Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I found a really interesting position now. White to move and win this. Our pawns are all going towards promotion, but obviously this bishop will help black do anything he can to stop our pawns. But if we play our cards right here, we will win this as white. So you should pause the video now, analyze this position, and see if you can find out the winning variation for white. Go ahead. Okay, welcome back. So, uh, of course, there's no point in just sacrificing a pawn. We don't have to look more on that. King moves, king g7 looks interesting also, but black will simply play bishop f7 and really control this diagonal. We cannot push any more pawns, and we don't have any way to win this. So we have to stop the bishop from coming to f7. d5, and with the plan that bishop comes here, and then we play e6. Well, looks interesting, but black will play king f7, and he's really fencing in our king here. We cannot move. We cannot move this pawn. We will lose here and no win. And if we try to push the d pawn, well, black will play bishop f5. Still, our king cannot move. We have to move either of these two pawns, and we will just lose it and lose all the other pawns. So that's not winning either. Only move left really is this e6, pushing the center pawn, and it's not that hard to find. I think the first move, it's pretty obvious, so to say. The question is now, how do black try to defend himself after this? Well, the best black defense is king f8. He wants to fence in our king. He wants to push it here in the corner and just not allowing our king to move. But we will look at some other moves also. If he plays bishop f5, we cannot move this pawn. We need all three pawns, so we will play d5. And then black's best move again is king f8, and it will just transpose into the main variation. So we will not look more at this right now. But this is an interesting move, bishop f7, because we cannot actually take it. If we take it, this is a draw. He will take our pawn here, and we cannot protect this one with our king. So after bishop f7, instead we play d5. And that is a very strong move for us. That means this bishop f7 was really pointless. You can try king f8 now, but e7 will come with a check, force him back to e8, and then we'll move the d6 pawn, and the next move we will get our king to g7 and win. Something like this. Maybe go back and just a check. It will lose the pawn, the bishop, and everything else. And okay, what if he plays something like a tempo move with the bishop? We move king to g7, goes back. Doesn't matter. We can still play d7 and win this. Either takes it with the king, and he cannot stop our pawn. We'll do like this, and this will win. Or take it with the bishop, then we move this with a check, and we'll get the queen and win. So let's circle back to the tougher variations after e6 first, and then black plays king f8. So our king is blocked out, cannot take part of this. We have to rely only on our three pawns. Okay, so as I said, we need all three pawns to really join in here. So this is just too quick. It's not gonna do any good. I can play king f7, actually threatening to take this because the bishop is guarding. So we need to get the d pawn involved also. From here, we looked at what happened. Bishop f7. We'll do the same variation, check like this. So the bishop will come to f5. And now it becomes very interesting. So from here, now could be time to pause the video again. Can you find out how white wins from here? Go ahead. Okay, welcome back. So the king is still blocked out, so we cannot move it. This move looks interesting, and this move looks interesting. Let's look at those. Of course, this is pointless. He will just take e6, and we are not getting anywhere after this. So, which one to push, e-pawn or f-pawn? Well, the correct move is e7 check. Let's look what happens if we play f7. Well, he cannot move the king, then we will obviously move here and win. But the correct move for black is bishop g6. And when we push now, the move d6 looks interesting. Black can actually sacrifice here on f7. Of course, we cannot take back. He will take our pawn and stop here. But thing is, this looks like a good move for us, but it's not winning. If he tries to stop it, we can take the bishop, and then we will win because he cannot stop both. But black has a very beautiful defense after d7, and that is bishop e8. Really brilliant defense from black, which means he will save the draw. If we promote to a queen, this is a stalemate. Black cannot move, so it's a draw. And of course, if we move our king, he will just take here. What about under promoting? Well, promoting to a rook is interesting because then it's not a draw. Then it's not a stalemate, but it's still a draw. After king e7, we cannot take here. It's the king is too far away, so the pawn will be lost. Play something like this, and black will simply circle around his bishop like this, and the pawn will fall next move. And black will play with the bishop against the rook, which is a draw because the king is not in any corner or anything. So that is a draw. Already from here, I'll have to play d5 and the bishop f5. We cannot play f7. It is a draw in the end, but it looks interesting. No, the correct move is e7 check. Now black has two moves possible. Let's look at what happens after king e8. Well, it's obvious we're going to go with the king to g7, and we just want to promote this. Black has still a very smart defense in bishop e6, which we cannot take due to the stalemate, but we will just push our pawn to d6. And again, he's in some sort of zugzwang here. He has to move something, and we will just follow up with d7 check. And then we have two pawns on the 7th rank. One will for sure promote something like this, and we will win. So after our check, the king will not go to e8. Instead, he will play the king to f7, keep on blocking our king in the corner, and there is one move that wins now for white. Which one is that? It is not d6. Black will play bishop d7, and everything is blocked, and we will not win. No, we have to sacrifice. We will promote to a queen with a check, forcing him to take, and then we managed to get our king involved again. King g7, and look at this. He can actually not stop this pawn at all. This pawn is beautifully placed here, protecting the e6 square. So black will just have to resign right away, I would say. I mean, this is just losing, of course. And anything else, we will play f7 check, followed by f8, promote to a queen, and we will win from there. So that's how you defeat a bishop with 3 pawns, and watching out for falling in any of these stalemate traps and stuff like that. So play it right and you win this as white. Thank you for watching this. Have a great day. Bye bye.